Good morning, class. Let's go with the first practical, which is data cleaning. Okay, first of all, we need to import data. Okay, this is a general flow chart for the data cleaning where we have a raw data and then technically correct data, type checking and normalization, and then fix and impute if there is any missing data and all. Consistency of the data also need to check. So all this comes under data cleaning. Then only go for statistical result, formatted output. First of all, you need to import the data set. The air quality data set is inbuilt in R language, which will be used to implement data cleaning step. So we begin by loading the data set first. So there are a lot of data which is already built in data. So you just need to type data. You can see here. So the data set name is air quality, right? So we just need to call the data called data air quality data air supposed to be okay. So you can see environment. Under environment, it's works on it. Okay, let's wait for a while. So let it finish. Then to check the 5 records of the data set, so we just use head air quality. So these are the first 5-6 records. Okay, if you just double click here, the data will open over your R coding part here. Okay, so they have a ozone, solar R, wind, temperature, month and day. So there are 6 columns with 153 observation, which means 153 records. Okay, and based on the data set here, you can see that there are NA, which means the data is not available. Okay, we check whether the columns contain missing values. So we have, okay, in order to check the columns, we have the data set name. Okay, you can see here. Mean. Okay, to check, we try to calculate the mean. Okay, mean for air quality data. Dollar symbol. Why we use dollar symbol? In order to call the column. Okay, so we want to use for 3 columns: solar.r, ozone and wind. Okay, let's try this. So for solar R not available, ozone also not available, wind is available. You can see 9.9. So which means that solar here consists of missing value. Ozone also got missing values. Okay, but under wind, you can see here roughly we don't have any missing values. So all the 153 records are there. Okay, now we want to handle the missing value with NA.RM. So which means that we try to remove. Okay, RM is actually removed. We will use the NA.RM is equal to true parameter, which allows the function ignore the NA values when calculating the metrics like mean in this case. So we try to ignore. If you use false, then it will cannot ignore. Okay, so now you can see both of it got the output 185 and 42.12 for ozone and solar respectively. Okay, summary of the box plot for inspection. We will use summary. Even in Python also we learn about summary, right? Okay, in order to get summary, just use summary air quality. And to get box plot, you just need to write box plot. Summary air quality So it shows for each row, each column, ozone, solar, wind, temperature, month and day. So each of these, they have the minimum value, maximum value. How many missing values are there? You can see here. And A's are 37 for ozone and 7 for solar.R column. So the other columns, we don't have any missing values. So you can see the mean, median. So for the box plot, you just need to type box plot. Okay, just enter. So you can see on your right side, box plot. Okay, in order to make it bigger, so you guys can save this picture. Okay, save as an image. Which format that you want, you guys can select. Okay, let it be PNG format. Save. It should be saved under our document where our working directory. Oh, it's not. Why? I forgot to set up the working directory. Yes. So you just set up the working directory here and save. So now it should be here. Can you see? So this is the plot for each column. So this is how we do the plotting. Next, how to replace the missing values with median. We replace the Na value in ozone and solar with the median of their respective column. Okay, so we have to create a data frame like what we learned in Python. Okay, here also we have a data frame. Okay, the data frame is like a table form. So we create a new air quality data frame, which means a new data set, because we don't want to touch the existing one. Okay, and then go on with the new df where you want to modify your ozone column, and then your second column will be solar.r. If else is .na if there is missing value. So the new df ozone, the median will be takeover. So median new underscore df $ozone, comma na dot rm is actually remover, is equal to true. So new underscore df, this one is just printing the values. Same goes for the next one. Okay, and then we got the summary, because based on the summary only we can see whether there is a missing values or not. Okay, let's copy this and see. Okay, originally there are 37 and 7 records missing. So now you can see ozone, there is no missing values. Okay, and the median is 31.5. So your new record here, right? You can see new df. You can see the median is already replaced with the value of, okay, for example, under ozone, line number 83, 84, all must be replaced with 31. Okay, let's check. Okay, the 83, yeah, let's go to 83. Can you see 31.5, 31.5? So it's replaced by the median. Handling the outliers using IQR method. IQR, you know, right? Interquartile range method, to detect and cap the outliers so that they don't influence the analysis. We know, right? And outliers can affect and can give biased result. So to avoid that, we have to handle the outliers. So how do we handle? We just need to find first quartile and third quartile and the value for the IQR. Okay, quantile here is new DF is for the ozone 0.25. Q3 for the ozone is 0.75, and IQR is equal to Q3 minus Q1. Lower bound is Q1 minus 1.5 times the quartile range, and upper bound will be Q3 plus 1.5. So the new data will be P minimum and P maximum of the lower bound and upper bound value. So this is how we handle the outliers. Usually I would say that, okay, we just ignore the outliers, but you still can handle the outliers in this way as well. Okay. You guys can clear the screen based on the broom. Can you see the broom line here? The broom symbol. Okay, all the places. Okay, after you finish the section, you guys can delete it. Okay. So you can see here the IQR value is 25, lower bound is negative 16.5, Q1, Q3, upper bound and all is given there. Okay, visualizing the result. Okay, after cleaning we can use now the head of new records. Okay, let's see head and tail. Head of, okay, new underscore DF. If you want to see the tail, also can new underscore DF. The last 6 records, first 6 records. Okay, and then for the box plot it might be changed, okay, compared to this one. So box plot for new DF, enter. So you can see it's actually changed over here. Okay, if you want to zoom, you guys can check and zoom. If you don't want, just close it and export, save changes. Okay, and save. It's here. Okay, so that's all for the data cleaning. I'm stopped here. I'll continue with the second part of this practical one. Thank you.